Alright, time for a little EXO commuter train ride back towards Montreal here on the Mont-Saint-Hilaire line. And we're going to be taking this to Saint-Lambert station. And I can tell you, these trains going back to Montreal are definitely a lot quieter than coming towards here. And that's because, of course, at the end of the day, people are coming towards the South Shore from work in downtown Montreal. And in the mornings, it's the opposite. This is probably full. People heading towards Montreal. So we're going to take this, like I said, a few stops to Saint-Lambert, right before the bridge. And since it's a little quieter, this train, I'm going to actually go in here to film. And just for a minute or two. And again, this is the Mont-Saint-Hilaire line, heading towards Central Station. Here's your control panel for the EXO staff, conductor and whatnot. Very cool area if you want to experience a little bit of a thrill. Does get a little bit annoying after a while, the sound. By the way, you can see there's two levels on this train. There's the level downstairs and the level upstairs. This is called the tranquility level, I believe, the tranquil level. For relaxation, and I guess if you're someone that wants to have conversations, well, you can go down here and do it. You know what we're going to do? We're going to walk, I think we could do it. We're going to walk to the first car where the cab is. Let's try to do that, see if we can do it quietly. There's your emergency intercom. Emergency brake. And yes, there's even bathrooms on these cars. Look at this. Which means we are near the cab. And the cab is right in front of us. Actually, that's where you can see that phone right there. Yep, there it is. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something about these trains. They're very, very relaxing, very quiet. There's a plane taking off. Here for a little bit. So there's your cab down there, and it looks like, you know, I think this was mentioned by a couple of YouTubers. That area, I think that's reserved for the staff or the cabin crew, the cab crew, so to speak. That's why I see some bags there and jackets. So next stop will be Saint-Lambert. And this is another first. This is the first time I'm actually filming a train ride from somewhere in the South Shore to another location in the South Shore. Oh yeah, I forgot to do my little timestamp. It's yeah, right now Monday, June the 20th, 2022, and it is exactly 7:04 p.m. These windows are a bit dirty.
Prochaine gare, Saint-Lambert. Le débarquement se fait par les 4 premières voitures.
So they're saying the first 4 cars is where you have to get off. By the way, the reason there's so many aircraft around here is because the St. Hubert Airport was basically where we just passed earlier, a little bit to the south of here. That's a nice overpass. Probably a nice one for rail fanning. Oh, we got a little rail yard here. Oh, blue tanker. Very scenic, these train rides. And that bell is sounding, which means it's time to get off. Oh, there's that CN Maintenance Center. Oh, a nice locomotive there. And there's a rail fanning area coming up, actually. Or an old rail fanning area. I filmed a couple of trains out a few times. Right here, the street. All right, we're gonna get off. All right, so we're gonna exit down here. As I mentioned, there's 2 levels of doors. You have these doors here, which are for the high platforms, and then over here, when you actually exit, these are for the regular lower platforms. And if you've never ridden these trains before, and it's, you know, your first time or whatever, it's a little nerve-wracking trying to figure out how to get out, because first of all, you have to determine what side to get off. And you have, there's 3 things you got to determine. I mean, if this is your first time on one of these trains, you got to determine, first of all, is the platform short? You have to get off of the first few cars or the last few cars. Because if you're in the wrong section of the train, if you're in the back and you can only exit through the first few cars, and you have to rush up to the first few cars from the back, which is obviously nerve-wracking. The second thing you got to determine is which set of doors to get out of. Is it the high platform doors or the low ones? And the third thing is which side you get off of. This side or the other side. So these are things you gotta pretty much know in advance, because I mean, if you're you can only get off the first few cars and you're in the back, well, like I said, you're panicking. Yeah, it's time. You may miss your station. I can certainly tell you, first time I took one of these trains, I almost panicked there. I thought my own lesson was happening there. I was a little bit nervous. Anyways, yeah, I remember the first time I took one of these trains. Definitely, it was a learning experience, because it's not like a metro where you just have all the door, you know, it's pretty much all the doors on one side. Like I said, you got your low platform doors, your high platform doors, and depending on the length of the platform, you can only exit outside certain doors. So anyways, I just wanted to point that out. So yeah, these are Bombardier multi-levels, I believe, and yeah, really nice design. But yeah, all right, anyways, hope you all enjoyed that ride. And since I have an evening pass, I will certainly take advantage of it. I'm going to try to get some buses around here. Here's Saint-Lambert station. All right, have a good night, everybody, and more videos to come.